Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is coffee chat. It is just some, hey, what's going on this morning? I wanted to come and talk about a couple of things because I know the morning lives during the week people work, but on Saturdays you might be able to get in here. And I wanted to show y'all behind me. Look at this. I was going to make t-shirts. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. So good morning, and as you jump on here today, do me a favor, right? Do me a favor and tell me hello and tell me where you're watching from. I would love to know where you're watching from today. I'm going to tell you what, it's been a long, crazy week, and if you were on here yesterday, you know I was struggle busting yesterday, but let me tell y'all what, I am feeling so good today, so much better today. It goes to show you that good morning, it's not the setback, it's definitely the comeback. And okay, it's up there. I keep trying to get this overlay and it's like there, but it's just like that's hiding it. So I was sort of like, what is going on? So again, as you jump on here, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. Do me a favor, if you've got a friend in the group, tag them below. It just helps my algorithms. People always say, can you tag me and remind me? So I'm going to go in here and just tag a few folks this morning. But tell me what you're up to today as well, because let me tell y'all what. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, sunshine struggle bus all week. Yeah, it's the energy. I honestly, last night, I was able to kind of like have a good cry, right? Just say some things out loud, have a good cry, put some things into perspective. I really, truly, honestly took yesterday off and I needed it. Like, working from home and owning your own business, it's very difficult to carve out moments. And this is a personal thing. I don't know for you ladies and gentlemen who watch me, but tell me in the comments, right? Are you able to like take a true mental health day, right? Take a true day that is really about kind of getting your shit together, right? Because I'm not going to say I took a true mental health day yesterday, but the stuff that was stressing me out, I just said my energy is not for that today. Like I knew I could not go in the kitchen and make anything yesterday. I'm so very grateful because my energy was so wonky and I felt so bad that I'd already made the Love Spell cookies with some good music going and some vibes. They were already in balls. And yesterday morning, after I got out of the shower, I had the live. I was like, you know what? Anytime I come here, it feels really, 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 really releasing and really, really it fills my cup, right? Coming to you all and having a talk and getting support and getting some feedback and hearing how I'm not alone really does help kind of bolster my cup. So when I baked those cookies off yesterday for an order, I had one thing I had to bake off yesterday. I was like, I don't want to mess the energy up because I feel like the energy needs to go from the time I start making it to the time it gets out of the oven and packaged. And I was like, pour the love of a community into these cookies when I bake them. I've poured the love of the baker. I've poured the love of the medicine. I've poured the love of the intention into the batter. But as I baked them yesterday, since they were being baked on a different date, I was like, now we can add the love of community and the love of support into the baking of the cookies on the Love Spell cookies. I had to bake off Love Spell cookies yesterday. So that's what happened. Other than that, I stayed out of the kitchen. Like for real, I did not even like cook dinner. We had a leftover dinner. I had a ham sandwich and a bag of chips for dinner last night. Like an old school, like packed kids lunch, like just 2 pieces of bread, some mustard, piled it with ham, smushed it down, and then got a little like bag of like, we have a little like snack pack. My husband loves like little individual wrap things. So it was like a whole like field trip dinner last night. So Tanya Lee says that her tarot workshop start today. She's going to carve out some time for herself. And Tanya, the dates, the Saturdays, the way that workshop ran, I was not able to attend because of prior obligations. But I am very interested in taking that workshop, and I would love, you're more than welcome to post the tarot workshop the next time that you're going to open that back up here in the Hometown Hippie group, in case anybody wants to take it. Tanya is a resident teacher of tarot. She's amazing. So if you are interested in taking a course, and as you also see, we are a 420 friendly community, and I love that they're here. It kind of shows the people that you align with that are doing those things, right? But I also posted the other night, I shared a crystal sale that is going on all weekend, and I will be sharing that into the group again. That is for anybody who is interested in crystals. Almost everything that I have in my crystal collection came from Our Mystical Crystals. And I wanted to say that they are phenomenal people, and they have invited so many of you here, and so many of you have found me through that. And that just shows you that a soul circle matters, right? And that people who support each other in a community matter. I'm so grateful that I'm part of the, I am so grateful that I am a part of the Our Mystical Life, Our Mystical Crystals community, as well as, and then we are kind of all becoming, it's kind of a network of like-minded individuals. Again, birds of a feather. And if you're here and you're not in one of those communities, that's fine too. We there's circles of people, and there's people that connect, and there's places to find what you need. Because if the mystical life and the woo-woo is not for you, stick around, because a lot of the other stuff is, right? One big tribe, yes. And let me tell y'all what, I'm so excited. I found spider web, something that he had the other night, that came in stars and moons shaped. And let me show y'all. I don't want to show y'all, I'm scared to stand up and grab what I have to grab, right? So I'm going to cut the camera when I stand up, because it's coffee chat. There's no bras allowed either. And if I stand up to grab this crystal, eye level with the camera are going to be two nipples, and they're going to be going cross eyes. And I don't want to do that to y'all this morning. So I'm going to stop the camera when I stand up, but I'm still talking. Okay. Okay. I'm back. See, I could not stand up. It would have been boobies right in your face. But I'm collecting moon-shaped crystals of all kinds. So this is one that I have. And I'm wondering if this is the exact same one that I ordered the other night. It's a different crystal, but it spoke to me. So I'm collecting moon-shaped stones. I'm going to do a moon display. I would like to find the entire moon cycle. So if anybody sees those, please tag me in them and let me know, because I'm excited to kind of, let me grab this eyeliner off my face. I'm excited to start collecting those. So why am I here on a Saturday morning whenever I usually don't come live on Saturday mornings? That's my one day off, talking about taking time. So Tanya has definitely said that her struggle this week has been with other people's drama. It's just been really weird of getting involved and seeing what happens, and just seeing what this is showing me. Yeah, and here's the thing, right? Did you get this? I did. That's what it was. Snowflake Obsidian. Thank you, Heather. Yes, Snowflake Obsidian. I don't know why I was Snowflake or something. I don't know. It's Snowflake Obsidian. That's exactly what it was. Here's the thing. That's a lot. That's a lot of it. And Dennis, I'm gonna talk about that specifically, about other people's stuff, right? And Dennis says, yes, it's been a tough week to find me time. And Heather says, one big tribe. I love that so much. So here's the thing, right? Other people's drama, other people's energy. And we talked about that this week in some of our discussions about being able to put on your energy suit, right? I think I did that on Wednesday. Remember Wednesday, What's Up Wednesday night was all about that. And it was not supposed to be about that at all. Wednesday night was going to be something different. So Sunday, Monday, and Friday are kind of my, my woo-woo stuff. Wake and bakes. We're going to talk about the mornings, maybe pull some cards. Wednesday's live is supposed to be all about just fun and giveaways and new products and all of that. Because I have a content chart. And then Thursday is all about Cannabis 101, and it's all about terpenes and amounts of milligrams, and it's going to be about dosing and all the things cannabis. 420 somewhere is all about cannabis. But the way that you said that, her struggle this week has been real other people's drama, right? And sometimes we get pulled into other people's bullshit just to see. This is so crazy that you said this. So I told you, like y'all saw me yesterday, I was a whole ass hot mess. I hadn't slept. I was in a full on like overdoing it flare. Took some time for myself yesterday. And then last night, you get like settled in for the evening. I was tired, taking all my anti-inflammatory medication. I had to take like Advil galore last night. Because I was just everything was swollen. Like I had like knots, reds, like holy moly. I was like, just where my with my autoimmune, like I get these like nerve knots or muscle or whatever or swollen knots. Like my elbow was like double the size. My whole arm was just, ugh, it's gone down tremendous. It's crazy how it happens, right? And thank you. I feel so much better this morning. Um, so I watched this video last night, right? And it talked about people on their spiritual journey and people who have gone through, right, the dark night. And they're like, okay, I'm on the other side of this. And then it feels like, right? It feels like, this is what this guy said. It was interesting that like every obstacle is in your, like you are put into situations with other people's drama or things come up, right? That we feel like, oh crap, is this like another like long night for me? Is this another dark night, like another piece of shadow work that I have to do, right? Another piece of shadow work that I'm gonna have to go and like battle. And I'm like, like you come out of like, because I've been going through some like big shadow work, right? With great responsibility or whatever, with great, comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility, right? I have been going through some big shadow work. I have been addressing some big things and I am feeling like I'm on the other, like, like winter is a time to like germinate and get my stuff together and deal with some things and like cut some ties and make some decisions for me and set some boundaries. And I was starting to feel like I was on the other side of that, right? You go through the like, what do I need to do? And that's the hard part. And then crying your way through the relationships that are not going to last, right? Then it's finding the courage to make the changes, which, I've been that. I've had the conversations. I figured out how to have the conversations. And then it's like repairing and kind of settling into the new normal. Does that make sense to anybody? Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts, some O faces if you've been through that kind of journey where like, there's something going on and you finally like address okay, I've got to deal with this. It's not something that I can continue to like run over in my head and keep me awake at night and stress me out and make me run in circles and do extra work because I'm trying to avoid the hard one, right? You know that feeling. Then it's like, okay, I figured out what we have to do. And then you start making the plan and you figure out all the things you have to do to deal with it. Then you have to like spend the time to get the courage to actually do all of the stuff that is right, but it's super hard to do, right? You know that it's right, but it's super hard to do. And like, it's going to be like worse for a little while before it gets better. You're like, man, I'm not ready yet. You get through that and then you settle into the new normal. And it feels like when you settle into that new normal and things start going good on my spiritual journey, it feels like I can see like the road signs, right? Like I'm starting to like, and I'm trying to determine, right? Is this my road sign or is this my, this is my sign to say this is yours, not mine, right? And that's the test. And when you're picking up other people's stuff, when we come off of that hard night, we're so used to things being hard. We're so used to things being ours. We're so used to like holding on to all of that, right? Because we just did it. And it's the universe. Like, when you go to school, right? When you go to school and like you learn something, you learn a new skill set. So that's kind of how like a lesson is, right? The teacher starts presenting it. It seems kind of difficult. You're not sure how to do it. It finally clicks. You finally get the work. And then you have the test, right? Then you have the test on the assignment. I look at those things after the easy time as the test, right? I look at, especially when you have been through that drama with other people and you know what happened when you got involved. So just sitting back, that's what I'm saying there, right? The universe is testing you. This is your test, right? Do you realize this is not for you? This is not yours to handle. This is yours to allow those people to do their detours and go on their journeys. And the more we as healers, as people who have been a little further in our journey, we are going to get better at allowing people to own their own drama, right? Because what we as empaths, because I am the empath to the nth. I'm an empath. I'm a Libra. I am all the things. I am the most stubborn in the whole wide world. Number one, I'm a fixer, right? I want to fix the problems of the world. I'm also someone who sees things 3 steps ahead. And, I always thought that I'm like, I never wanted to say like I'm smart. Like I never wanted to like claim that, because growing up in my household, we all had roles to play. I have a sister who's younger and a brother who's younger. So I'm the oldest. Then I have a middle sister. The middle child is a sister. And then my youngest sibling is my brother. And in our family, I think a lot of people have that. We kind of get assigned roles. I was never assigned the smart kid role. Even though I did well in school and didn't really have to try, things came easily. I never got assigned the smart kid role. I got assigned the super hard work ethic, super like sociable. You're the talker. Tammy's never met a stranger. She's funny. Like I was the class clown, the athlete, kind of the social butterfly. So I was assigned the social butterfly kind of role in my family. As a kid, I could talk to anybody. Was never intimidated by adults. I never felt intimidated by anybody. And my sister was always the bookworm, right? She was always very studious. She was interested in like the spelling bee and the reading fair, and she was kind of shy, and that was kind of her role. She was the smart kid. My sister was like lifted up her entire life as the smart one, and I see now where that has affected us, birth order as well as assignments by our parents. If you've got kids, I'm going to encourage you to think this way, right? Even if your kids have certain strengths, never tie them to what they're good at 5 years old, because I'm going to let y'all know those things matter. And I know that we do it. I've done it. We've all done it. We're all guilty of it because we're conditioned to do that. But just like I suggested the 4 agreements the other day, I'm going to suggest it's by Gay Hendricks, and it's called the Big Leap. And it's talking about how we upper limit ourselves and how we like grab onto things that we're taught and conditioned. It's about your zone of genius and how to like develop yourself out of the assigned, like what you were told at childhood, like the crimes we're convicted of as children, and how to like break that sentence with that. So I'm going to encourage you. I always love to give you like book suggestions, and that's a good one. I'm going to cut this fan on because I got hot in here. You know how it works. Again. The babies are everywhere today. So anyway, that's just another good book. So the test, right? The test is to let those people take their detour and deal with their drama, and you stay straight on the road, right? You keep your eye on the prize. But that's what the video I watched last night was, and it was a lot of the stuff that I was picking up on as an empath, and all the things like I was saying, is that we pick up on all of the other people's drama. And when I went off on that tangent, I went off on that detour was about this, right? As a kid, like I just kind of felt like I always knew stuff. Like I could always pick up things. And that's why I was a very good conversationalist with people. And as an adult, I'm realizing that I have always had intuitive skills, and the source and things are telling me stuff. I just didn't know that. I just thought that I was like street smart, right? I was just street smart. I just could read people really well, right? I was just that person. Like I was just that person. And now as an adult, I'm realizing that those gifts were there. But, and I would like tell my mom, like after meeting people, I'm like, she doesn't seem very happy. And mom's like, you don't say that about people. Like, that's none of your business. You don't know her life. Don't judge a book by its cover. And so I was also taught to like second guess my intuition. And I remember also as a kid, and tell me if this resonates with any of you, is meeting people that were adults when you were a child, and you knew that person was a whole ass mess. Like you didn't know what anything was, but you knew that adult was just a hot mess. And I'm like, I got a weird vibe from that person. I've always been a good judge of character by being able to read the vibe and not realizing that's what it was. I'm like, well, I just have my ways that I feel about it, and I'm not going to go around it. I'm very blessed that my mom's like, if they don't make you feel right, then don't go around them. That's, they ain't your cup of tea. It's fine. She never forced me to like be around people who I did not like get a good vibe off of, right? It's like if it's a family situation, you're gonna go with us, but you don't have to be in the room with that person. Like come in here with us or whatever. I've just always kind of done that and did not know until I got older that those are all the things that all kind of make sense now as a grown-up, right? It all makes sense as a grown-up. I'm not gonna say it all makes sense as a grown-up, because not everything makes sense, because there's some crazy shit in this world that I just can't get my head around. I let go and let God on those. I'm like, these people are crazy. Um, so Tanya, I guess the best advice that I can give you, and you know this, I mean, I don't know, I'm just saying it out loud, is that just sit back, right? Just sit back. Let that drama unfold on its own. And again, all of the things that I tell you, talking to you and I'm talking to me, because it's hard for us not to. It's hard for us not to get involved on things that we feel like we've been through this and they can then benefit from our knowledge about this. But in most of those situations, when you get that vibe, it doesn't matter what 2 cents you give, right? It doesn't matter the advice you give or you getting involved, because they have to go through it. They have to learn their lesson. And it's so interesting. Like I deal with a lot of mothers. I'm not a biological parent. I did have teenagers in my house, and I tell people all the time with like little kids, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to give you one single solitary advice. I don't have any kind of like firsthand knowledge on a child raising a baby or a toddler or a kindergartner all the way through. So when they get 15, I've got some things to give you some advice on, right? I've got some things to give you some advice on. And I am going to tell a story because, that's what I do. So it's interesting that this came up, not exactly what I was intending today. I was just coming on to say hi and tell y'all some fun new stuff. I have some ideas. And Monday, I'm going to let y'all know before I get on my tangent what's going on. A lot of people are newer customers and they've been asking about trying things, right? Like, can I get a onesie, twosie? And I'm like, I do them this way because I can't do ones and twos, right? I can't do ones and twos. The cost would have to go up because of packaging, because I'm spending about $4 a pack on packaging before we even get into the cost of raw material, all the things, right? So whenever, I have a great week, it's still the profit margin is pretty slender. So ones and twos would just like I'd break even about. That's about all I would do. And I have to be able to pay my bills, right? It's energy for energy. So that's why I don't do ones and twos. But I had a great idea last night in all of my meditation and getting clear and kind of getting some rest. And I was like, you know what? We're coming off of the Olympics, right? And I didn't do anything for the Olympics really because I was like, it wasn't my thing this year. I'm kind of feeling weird about any kind of organized anything lately. But we are coming off of the Olympics. But I was like, how do I do this? So the only reason I say we're coming off the Olympics, that's why you got the month. So the monthly box is $22.22, and that's just one treat. But what I am going to offer starting on Monday, and I'm going to work on the graphics this week, is I'm going to offer you, right, an ability also to grab a mixed bag. Right. So it's going to be like a bronze, silver, and gold opportunity to get a box on a better price, right? Of maybe like the bronze will be the lowest box. It'll be like one caramel, one sucker, one chocolate chip cookie, one brownie, one loves, like one of everything, a 6-pack of gummies, something where you can go in and have a little smorgasbord to figure out, right? I love it. So that's going to open up the mystery of the Munchie of the Month subscription. Always opens on the first of the month. But I'm also going to add that to the order form where people can get a sample box and they can try all the things to figure out what is the thing that they want to put into their regular lineup for their, and then if you want to get like a bigger box, maybe you have people coming and you want to get like a bigger, like mixed bag, you can, right? Where you can get like a 3-pack. So like the next step up. So bronze is like one of everything, small bag of gummies, right? Where the silver, right? The silver would be a box would give you like 3 of the chocolate chip cookies, a 2-pack of brownies, a 3-pack of Love Spell cookies, half a dozen or dozen of the gummies, maybe 3 lollipops, maybe 3 caramels. So it's going to give you more of a box to try. Maybe it's for you and a partner. Maybe it's 2 people. Y'all can go in like you're a married couple or a roommate situation or whatever. You can then have the box and you can both try it, right? I broke last night and got the Fire Quartz Tower and Freeform. I couldn't help it. I wanted to get the $105 quartz selenite. I don't know what it was. It was one of the towers. It was beautiful. I didn't watch last night because I was trying to regroup myself and not spend money. But I'm definitely going to watch tonight, and I'll share in here the crystal sale. So if you are looking for crystals, they are a reputable source for crystals. You'll see the prices. They're not generic. They're not fake. They are real crystals. They're all like UV reactive and all the things. And I am collecting. So if y'all see moon shaped stuff, anything moon shaped, I want it. So call it and let me know. Tell them that Tammy Nelson wants that to put in her cart. If I'm not on there, y'all like make sure that y'all keep me. Oh no, y'all keep me in the loop so that I know about the moon shaped stuff. And I'm excited for that fire quartz tower. I didn't know. I'm excited. Yeah, that's awesome. I was watching that quartz tower too. So, and then the larger one is going to be like, you can also gift those. Those are great baskets to gift for like birthdays and things like that. And I might put together some more little like Hillshire Farms type baskets that you can actually like gift. And if you want to put together a gift, you can do that. And I am working on, like I said, new recipes because I have someone who asked for a specific thing, which was a pound cake, which is like a 5-layer pound cake. This hang on. I have this store that's been closed for years. It sends me these 70% off text. And they're the only place that if I don't like respond to the text, like hit it and like clear it, my phone will go ding, ding, ding. It's like it requires me to look at it. So whatever. So I am putting those things together, and then we have Munchie of the Month, which is all things lucky. We're going to talk about the luck of the Irish and the Ides of March and the things in the box. And I'm super excited about this month's box. My goal on March was for March 1st to have king cakes available. But this year I'm not ready for that. I will probably have king cakes available next year. And I'm looking for little baby Snoop Dogs to put in, or little baby Willie Nelsons, or little baby Cheech and Chongs. So like instead of the baby Jesus, when you bite into like the elevated king cake, you'll get a little baby like whatever. We were laughing. We were talking about maybe baking in some pre-rolls. And whoever gets a pre-roll has the luck of the year. But we got to find the right tubing to put it in so it doesn't melt, and doesn't like cook into the cake or mess up the actual batter. So I am working on like some packaging. That's trial and error. I didn't have time to keep up with all the things to do that this year. So next year, look out for that. My mom was checking out your packaging. She was impressed. Thank you so much. I work really hard because I worked in restaurants and owned restaurants most of my life. Not most of my life, about half of my life. And one of the things my mom always taught me about like presentation of food was that when it comes to the table, people eat with their eyes. So it's going to look good, right? And then you have to smell it, and it has to smell good. And that food is very much a pleasure of the senses, right? It is very much something that you enjoy with so many senses. And for me, I want to touch on as many of those senses as I can to engage as much of your person as I can, right? I want your eyes to be delighted. I want your nose to be delighted. I want your hands and the feel and the touch and the mouth feel and the taste and all the things and the emotional response afterwards to be perfect. I woke up this morning to a couple of messages, and I couldn't post all of them because one of them was a video, and it's my friend from Northern Virginia, and she just looks high and she's like, Tammy. It was in like a messenger. Tammy. She's like, I ate that whole cup square cake, whatever. She's like, a few minutes, I just ate the whole thing. Girl, it was good. And I'm already feeling it. She was so funny in that video. I was like, I needed that this morning, right? Oh, I love that so much. There is so much love in all the things I do. Y'all have no idea. I put so much love in it. And then another girl she picked hers up on Thursday, and she drove to Pennsylvania to see her friend to spend the weekend. And we're going to have the cupcakes when I get to Pennsylvania. Me and my girlfriend told her we're coming. So she sends me a message yesterday morning. It says she got to Pennsylvania and they ate their square cakes. And then she saw the post, the 420 post for Thursday. And she said they were so high that they thought that it was April 20th. Like, she's like, I was like, holy shit, it's April. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I love that. I'm like, I'm so glad you needed that. Skip till April. She's like, girl, we thought we missed it. We thought we lost March. I can't with y'all. I was like, I can't with y'all. Oh my gosh. And she was like, exactly what we needed. And both of like my friend in Northern Virginia is a mom. She's a real estate agent. She works her ass off. And it was late night on a Friday night. Her kids were in bed. I knew I could feel as it hurt her husband. Her husband is the coolest thing ever. They were in their basement. They were like probably eating some like junky food. He's probably playing some video games. She's probably looking at TikTok. And yes, I just made my salad for lunch, and it was all about presentation. those pineapple cakes were strong. Yes, the pineapple upside down cakes were 150 milligrams. They were 50 just in the streusel and then 100 in the cake. So yes. And I told y'all they were strong. And I told y'all. And the other night, Red said that he ate that and the brownie and he felt like he was boiling water. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I feel like I was just like, oh my gosh. She's like, I feel like I was bubbling. I was like, don't eat 250 milligrams, you crazy ass. But yes, Dennis, that's exactly it, right? You eat with your senses. It's very euphoric kind of experience. But let's go back to talking about what I was going to talk about, right? The parenting thing, right? And the not picking up on other people's drama, not picking up other people's stuff. I had lunch yesterday with a family member, and it was a mom and a daughter, and I was interested to see the interaction, right? Um, this what I picked up on in this thing. I didn't even care that they two were crumbled, spooned it over pecan ice cream. And Heather, you have another one on the way. One or two more. You have one more on the way to replace the one of the crumble because I know you ate them anyhow. So I had an extra. I sent you mine. I had saved two out for Red and I remembered that you had a crumble one, and I promised you I'd replace it because it was all messed up, and I felt bad, and you spent a lot of money with me. So I took mine that I didn't. I was like, I'll go make another one, and I wrapped it up and put it in a thing, and it's on the way. So you should have that tomorrow, maybe, or the next day. I don't know. So see if that one works better, and the way that that was packaged works better for you. I have to learn. It's trial and error on those, and I got the bakery boxes, but the bakery boxes are gonna be for local pickup. So with anything that's being shipped like that, it's being wrapped in parchment, put into a vacuum seal, sealed up, and then wrapped again in bubble wrap, and then hopefully it'll get there safely and soundly. But the people I met yesterday for lunch. So one of the things that I'm interested in, I've been talking to my family member, and she is a very, very, very good mother. Like that was her calling in life, right? She didn't have like aspirations to like go do this or go do that. She really, like my mom, her goal was to like have a really happy family and to take care of her kids and to be the best mother that she could be. And that is her full-time job. And I love that that's her job, right? I love that that's okay. She's got her oldest child is 21 years old, right? We had lunch yesterday, and her oldest child is just trying to find her footing, right? She's just trying to find her place in the world in this day and age. And just like my mom's family, she's got three kids, which is interesting, a girl, and a boy. So I see very similar paths. And it's so very interesting because my brother's the baby and like he whatever, and he's not great at school, but kind of is, likes sports, but kind of doesn't, does his thing, but he's the baby, gets away with everything. That's kind of always been my brother's role, whatever. And she has the oldest who is a social butterfly, always into things, out doing her thing, can talk to anybody. That's my cousin that I met yesterday. The middle child has just got almost a full ride to Virginia Tech, smart, really introverted, kind of a goody two shoes, kind of like my sister. So it's very much I can mirror. I see this family. I know this family. Not only do I know them because I'm related to them and I know them, but I lived this family. And we had lunch yesterday. And just like my cousin, at her age, I was also struggling with where I wanted to be, right? I was also struggling with, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? What do I want to do? I don't know, but I know I want to do something, right? And that's what this girl is dealing with right now, at the age where you're like old enough to kind of start knowing better than to like just be kind of wild and free, but young enough to still get away with it. And she looks very young. Like she could pass for 18 all day long. Like I would still have trouble selling her. Like if I didn't know she was 21, I would have had trouble selling her cookies yesterday. I don't know. Like you got to show me an ID, right? I still don't believe it's you. It's just a fake ID. She looks that young. And again, it's probably because to me, I see her as a baby, but we were talking about like, what do you want to do? And she's like, I don't know. I don't want to go to school, like that kind of like, meh, blah. And her mom was trying to chime in and answer for her. And I could feel the anxiety because her mom, this is what I picked up. I don't know if I'm right or not. If she's watching this, I'm not using names, right? I was like, what do you want to do this for? She's like, her mom's like, it's something different. It's a job. It's not a restaurant. I'm like, okay, I didn't ask you. I'm not talking to you. That's the problem, right? Because I lived that life. Mom was trying to tell me what I needed to do because she saw it, right? She had the experience of getting in. She knew. She's like, don't ruin your life. Go do this. Because my cousin, right, she didn't go to college and she got married and had a kid. And at a certain age, even if that's the life you choose, you see your daughters, right? My mom chose that life, but she saw me and my sister and she wanted so much more for us because she's like, there are things that I love about it and I would never trade being a mom, but there are experiences as a young woman that I want you and your sister to have that I didn't take advantage of, that now I'm realizing that I needed. So even if your goal in life is to go out and be a parent, someone who went out from high school and had kids and who missed out on a college experience or whatever, they're looking back and going, hindsight's 2020, right? And they're thinking you're going to miss out on all these things. But what I tried to explain to them yesterday is like, Ash, sweetheart, I was like, your journey through your life to have kids and a family gave you the experiences of your life. And that's your perception of this world. And that is your life. That is your path. And you are the very best example for your kids you can be. You're doing your best thing. But you cannot put your vision of the world, you cannot put your perception onto your child's life because they're living a completely different perception. Their entire world is different than yours. And every choice you make from the cradle to the grave is part of your life experience. It's part of your journey through this lifetime. And my journey is my journey. And can I be a great sacred journey mark? Can I be a beacon of light on the journey for people? I can, but I cannot force how I interact in that journey on them. People will seek you out. I told her, I said, be the best mom you can be and let her know that the choices that she makes are hers alone, that you will love her, good, bad, or ugly, and she has a place to come to, but she's got to learn to stand on her own feet. She's got to learn to make her own decisions, or somebody's always going to be telling her why she should take that job or why she should do that, because this is good for you. Because they don't live her life. They don't know that. You have to let her make those decisions or she'll never learn to make them for herself. We all have to stay out of other people's drama. We all have to realize that how my child lives their life is not personal to me. That is their decisions. If I know that I did the very best job that I could have done, that's where it comes in. It's the insecurity of seeing your children not do the things that you think that you set them up to do. Here's the thing. They can do it. They're choosing not to do it. It goes back again to choices. Yes, Heather, you did it, right? You did it right there. The hardest choice of a mom is letting them live and make those choices on their own, right? Because you're like, I made the same choice and it did not turn out for me. But that might have been your lesson, right? They may have heard the story 1,000,001 times about how that choice didn't work out for you. And when they make that choice, they might make 3 steps differently. And it might be the most beautiful, amazing thing for them, but you're so scared because you failed at it. You have to let go and let God, even with your kids. You have to stand in the knowing that if you are doing the best job you can. And here's the thing, even if every choice you've ever made as a parent, every choice you ever made as a person is not, looking back, the best choice, right? The best decision you think you've ever made, right? You still made a decision and you have to own it. Right? And you have to know that in that moment, you did the best that you could do. You did the best that you could do. Now, the perception of the other person, you have to not be held to that. If someone, because of a choice you make, says you're no longer a part of my path, then that's okay. They weren't meant to be in your path. You have to keep walking. It's just like I talked about the other day about how do you keep relationships going without messing up? How do you stay close to your relationships and how do you grow together, right? Whether it's a romantic relationship, a familiar relationship, whatever, if you are working in a relation things with people, right? This is so interesting, right? When you are focused on your end result, when you have your eye on the prize, like here is my goal, here is my path, when you stay in your lane, right? Because we all have to stay in our lane and we do the best we can do in our lane. And then all the people that are running next to us can grow with us. And if you stay, you're this close together and you're heading down the right path. You're heading down the right path together. Your straight line. You got your eye on the prize. Where your eyes go, you go, right? You're looking straight. Now, when you worry about what your friend or your partner or your kid or when you look over here and you get in their lane to worry about what they're doing, what happens? Your paths do this, and you're looking this way, you go way far away from them. You go way far away, you stray off of the straight and narrow. If you keep your eye and stay in your lane and do the best you can do in your lane, then everybody that's going down that same path is going to be on that right beside you, right beside you, right beside you, right beside you, right beside you. Sometimes you're going to go here, sometimes they're going to go here, but you're always right here beside each other on the same path. You might be a little further up ahead on the path and pack a picnic. They might be a little further back on the path and they're bringing up the slack, they're picking up something you forgot. But you're on the same path and you're close together, right? Now, when you look at each other, when they worry about what you're doing, they're going to go this way. When you worry about what they're doing, you're going to go this way. You're going to go far, far, far apart from each other, right? Far apart from each other. So stay in your lane. Do your job. That's to take care of you, to make the best choices that you can make for your life. Be the example that you want to be and allow them to stay in their lane. And the closer you do that, you grow together. You might grow, but you're not going to grow apart. You're not going to go this way. Now, there are plenty of times whenever we do that, right? When you go this way from people, right? And sometimes you can come back and go this way. But the thing is, if you want to stay close to somebody, stay in your lane. Good morning, Gina. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I did not expect to be on here for 41 minutes. I was just coming to say hi, tell you about the boxes, tell you I got a little bit more rejuvenated, to tell you to keep your head up, to know that even if you have a shitty day, look, today I cried yesterday and I bounced back today. We got through every hard day we've ever gotten through. Let's continue to get through them by just remembering that tomorrow is going to be better, and that all is well and all is in divine time, right? But it was interesting that came up today, and it came up just with the comment that some you just don't know how you get a message, right? And it started with Tanya saying, "I'm not sure about other people's bullshit, right? I don't know what happened, just other people's stuff." And that's what it is. Like, I watched other people's stuff yesterday, and even though I was scared that you could bringing up some things, I knew that was theirs to deal with, and I picked up on all of that stuff. But I told my cousin yesterday. I said, "Hey." I was like, I didn't ask you. I asked her. Let her answer, right? Because if she's not interested in this job, she's not going to keep it. She's going to keep bouncing from job to job to job. She's going to keep trying to please you versus please herself because you're answering for her, right? We have to allow young women, young men to make mistakes, to continue to fail forward because. And then I also told her, I was like, hey, here's the thing, though. You can't always pick up all the pieces. Because part of failure is learning that there's consequences, right? Because if you have to pay the consequences, and then the consequences are the lessons. Those are the lessons. Sometimes they're also the blessings. But we can't do it for people. And that's what I was picking up yesterday. That was the empathy of me. That was the sadness I was feeling. You see the difference in the weight of somebody else, the weight of other things. And when you let go of those things, like, was this mine or was this somebody else's I was picking up on? Was this really my energy or was this somebody else's energy somebody else's drama, right? And when you realize as an empath that you pick up all of that and you have to learn to put it down, like, that's not mine. That is not mine to carry, and be okay with that, right? And that keeps you on the straight and narrow. This is the universe saying, hey, you just came through some hard shit. You're expecting, you're not sure about how to live in this new light. This is a test, right? And now, did I pass the test? I probably got a C on it, right? Because here's the thing, I picked it up like, I freaked out and I put it back down, right? But I put it back down, and it's the lesson is that you don't learn I didn't learn not to touch it, but I learned to let it down a lot quicker. And so every time I'm getting better at it. That's why it's called practice, right? So Tanya, if you feel like you're being pulled into that drama and you're like, I picked it up, I touched it, it's mine. Nope. You can touch it, but you can put it right back down and say, hey, That drama is not for me. It's not meant for me. It's not mine to deal with. I'm going to love you and send you love and light, but that is not mine to hold. That is not mine to carry. That is not mine to burden. And sometimes you just can't do that. Sometimes you have to protect your energy. I believe you should protect your energy at all costs. And yesterday I put on makeup. I knew that I was going out. I knew that I talked about like how to honor and how to put on that suit. Um, Yesterday I did the live and I was like, I have to bake these cookies off. I have to figure out my life. I have to go out in public. I have to do deliveries. Let me do exactly what I tell everybody to do. And I talked about it yesterday about practicing what I preached, right? So yesterday, you could see the difference when I practice what I preach. I took the shower. I got up. It's the first thing, right? I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in bed yesterday. I got up. That was step one. Step two, right? I did the hard things. I cried. I was vulnerable. I got into the shower. I washed. I said, let me wash this off. And I realized that's not mine. This is not mine. I affirm that I am worthy and that I make a difference and that I am a beacon of light and that which belongs to me will come to me. I do not chase. I attract. That which belongs to me comes to me. And I stood in that. And I stood in that shower and I let it wash off. I let it wash off. And then I washed again and I washed again. And I kept washing until I felt clean of it, right? Until I reclaimed my power, right? The power of the water and the power of the affirmations and the power of standing in my knowing. I got out of the shower, right? I honored my body by putting on my lotions and my face routine and my hair and the clothes that I put on. I even put on hard pants, super big energy suit armor, right? I said, let these clothes, let this makeup, let this lotion, let these essential oils, let these scents, wash away that which is not mine and protect me from picking up things that do not belong to me. And I did the work. And then I came and I went to have lunch and I did not look at my phone. And I was relaxed and I enjoyed the company and I enjoyed the food. And then I came home and I was like, I have things to do. And I saw the mess. And I said, I could unload the dishwasher and load the one thing in the sink. I had one spoon from my coffee and my coffee mug in the sink. And I came home and I'm going to tell you what, before I did all this work, I was the person who, if I saw a speck of dust, I would dust my whole house. If I saw a piece of dirt, I would sweep and vacuum and mop. If I saw one thing in the sink, the entire kitchen was destroyed. Nobody could come over till I get the dishes done. That's how worried I was about appearances and how I was like worried about not being good enough. Right? Some of y'all come and pick up your treats here and you'll see that the dog's carrying a shoe or that there's dust or in the living room or I haven't mopped the floor yet because it's been raining and she's been tracking dog paws in and I've just mopped it up with the towel because y'all know we all do that. Now, in the past, if you would have said you were coming, I would have stopped what I was doing. I would have mopped the entire living room and I would not have let the dog out. And I would have made sure that there was not a speck before you came into my house. I would have met you outside because I was embarrassed. And I'm like, you know what? Not everybody, my house is not perfect. My house is lived in. My house is loved. And if people will judge me because I had not dusted since yesterday, and I dust every day, then that's on them. It's not on me, right? So I came home yesterday and I honored myself. I practiced what I preached. And I sat in my chair and I took some deep breaths. And then I watched a stupid ass Netflix series and did not think of anything because I was not being creative. I could not think of a new sweet treat. I could not think of a new thing to do next week. I could not even think about making butter. I was like, I don't want to touch anything today. I'm not inspired. I need a break. I need to rest. And I rested and I rested. And today I got up and I'm like, I should probably do something. I'm going to go take a shower. And then my husband and I are going to spend the afternoon date. We're driving up to Lynchburg. We're going to do some things we have to do up there. I'm going to go buy some new treats for the business, some new equipment. We're going to just enjoy each other and I'm going to relax. And then tomorrow I'm making me a turkey and I'm going to just chill and clean the house. And I got to make butter tomorrow. I probably got to make butter tonight because I got a lot of special orders. I'm going to do some graphics tomorrow. I'll be back for Sunday sermon tomorrow. But right now, all is well. All is in divine time. And I'm learning, right? Even though I didn't pass the test because I picked it up, right? I did get a C because I realized that was not for me. Put it back down. Hot potato, right? And I'm going to tell y'all that, right? Even if you are on your journey and you think you've learned the lesson and you roll back into it, but you step back into the same energy, but you get out of it quicker. That is progress. Progress versus perfection, right? I want to move forward. I want to be better every single day. And here's the thing: I'm going to be the best or the most favorite version of myself. I'm going to give myself grace because my favorite version today is not going to be my favorite version tomorrow. And my best today may not, it's not going to look the same as my best tomorrow because energy is ever flowing. It's ever changing. And sometimes my energy is full and sometimes it gets depleted. And I did not realize, and this is what it is. Like I'm starting to realize when I'm getting like the answers, like, why am I not able? Because I'm thinking I'm getting older, like this, like but what it is that I did not realize that when you concentrate energy on your work, it takes energy out of your body. And that's the refilling of the cup. So now I'm learning when I was saying that metaphorical, like you can't pour from an empty cup, take care of yourself first, put your oxygen mask on, breathe your air before you can breathe air into somebody else. When you start doing energy work, the reason that was so important is so to preach that and to practice what you preach was because I was going to find out firsthand how using your energy without refilling it makes you feel. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, right? Um, when you do that, you don't realize. And so people like when I watch like Lisa Fry, for example, or Heather or anybody, um, Carly, when I watch people do readings or I do readings, like for me, I'm new, I'm excited about it. I don't feel it like other people do. But when they are doing like readings and they're like, okay, our trans mediumship or whatever they're doing, and they like, I hit a wall, I need to like, this is it, we're not doing it anymore. Um, I'm like, okay, now I get it, right? Now I get it because it's like a battery, right? You're on your cell phone and you start using your cell phone in the mornings, right? And then by the end of the night, your battery has to be recharged. You got to plug it back in because you've used all of the juice. It's people are the same way. And when you're doing that, like it's like different than you're just scrolling through your phone all day. But whenever you start playing videos, right, or you start doing work on that device, it actually pulls more energy. So if you're a person and you're doing energy work, it's going to suck your juice a little quicker. And you've got to recharge your battery on your phone, right? So you're just like your own technology. Just make sure you plug yourself in and find things that are going to recharge your energy. And that may just simply be drinking all the water, eating all the green vegetables, stretching out your back, and then getting some sleep, just plugging yourself back in. It does not always have to be some big thing. Like for me, yesterday, what I needed to do was just to stop, to talk about life with somebody, not about anything, just to go catch up. Like, how are the kids? How are the scholarships coming? How's your mom? Oh, hey, so and so at the restaurant. Oh, I'd like some more water and some more Diet Coke. Certainly, I'd like my little quesadilla. That was just the much needed thing that I needed to realize that I am not just the hometown hippie, right? I am not just the wife. I am not just the creative healing collaborative. I am not just the business mentor coach for Pure Romance. I am not just this. I am Tammy. I am me. I am and I deserve as much attention as the persona and all the things, right? And finding the things that I love that are outside of work. Now, when work is your passion, it makes it difficult to separate, but it's much needed, right? It's much needed. So that's coffee chat this morning. And I've got like a sip of coffee left, like just a sip. Just a sip. I am also out of my Splenda, which is my favorite sweetener for my coffee. So this has got 0 extra sweetener. And when the coffee cup first started, it was a little bitter. But now I'm like, I think I'm going to cut out the Splenda completely. I'm going to try to give it the old college try. It's going to be like super sweet, but I can drop a caramel. So that's easy enough. And that's probably why it tastes a little bit better now, is because it's had time to melt and actually sweeten the pot a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to encourage you today to find something that makes you shine. I'm going to encourage you to, as you go out throughout your day, to realize you need to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Keep your eye on your prize, right? And you can grow and you can lead by example by keeping the eye on your prize and staying in your lane. Staying in your lane. Don't pick up other people's drama. Don't go looking over here and go on a detour, right? Stay in your lane. Remember, what is for you is for you. What is not for you is for somebody else. Let them have it. It's not always yours to pick up, right? Pick it up. If you pick it up, put it down. Let it be. I don't want to touch that. Right? Nope, not mine. And remember, if you are struggling today and you need to like get up and do something and you need a little help, first thing, get up. Just get up. Like if you're laying in bed this morning and you're like this. I don't wanna, right? I'm gonna encourage you, get up. Just get up. Just take that first step. Now, get up today. Tomorrow, get up and take a shower. Monday, get up, Sunday, get up, take a shower and eat something. Get up, take a shower, eat something and wash one dish. Whatever it is, baby steps, right? But forward is better than nothing. Progress is better than perfection. All I'm saying is I'm literally laying just like that. Go back and watch the replay. We're getting off of here. I've been on here for 55 minutes. I'm trying to keep shorter lives, but they're just not working out that way. Just not working out that way. So, yeah. So, if you are struggling today with your energy, right, I'm going to encourage you to just get up, go into the shower, let the water wash away the stress, let the water wash away the troubles. Remember, just for today, literally, y'all saw the difference in yesterday and today. You're seeing it with your own eyes, right? And stand in the knowing that whatever you choose today is exactly what you were supposed to choose because it's all in divine time. At the end of the day, you're pissed about how it went. Know that it's your own fault because you chose it. It's not about owning fault. It's about knowing that you're in the exact right place. And one of my friends yesterday, and if you're not following Deep Breath Co., Robin Webb, she is my yoga guru, right? She's going to be at the retreat doing yoga, and she has some self-guided personal retreats. You can rent a house, go by yourself, and just go do the things. Check her out on TikTok, Deep Breath Co. She's in my friends on TikTok. She did this amazing video about obstacles yesterday, right? And that was kind of one of those things that when I came home, which is kind of mindless control, that really helped me. And it was saying that the obstacles in your path, when you get mad about them, they are legitimately meant, right, to put you right exactly where you are supposed to be, because they are the universe's way of keeping you on the right path. They're a part of your journey. Your obstacles are a part of your journey. And she said she had a situation where something that she was excited about was going to happen. And she got a call. It was like, this is not yours. This is not going to happen. And versus getting upset and being very upset about it, she's like, thank you. Thank you, universe, because whatever happened, you just saved me from something that was not supposed to be mine. And thank you for giving me the message. She said, instead of getting upset and being very disappointed and crying, she said that that's how she's learning in her spiritual journey, that she's getting better at understanding and accepting that all in divine time. That which is meant for me will come to me. That which is not mine is not mine. Not everything is for everybody, even if we think that it is. Even if we are certain when the universe speaks, we have to listen. And she was able to recognize that was not for her now, even though she thought that it was, and giving into that and not blaming herself or feeling bad. So if you're feeling that way, I'm not talking about it's your fault. Like, realize that if you have an obstacle today, be grateful for it because it's the universe's way of keeping you on the right path. So with that note, go out today, be blessed, be divine, be beautiful. Don't forget, go out and be kind today because it costs nothing to be nice. And if you can do anything today that's a choice, choose to be nice. Choose. And, it's interesting that you say, I love that perspective, right? Because I also have a friend, and I talked about this the other day. She has she had a baby, and the child got sick. He had cancer, and he was very, very, very ill. And she said that when she did all the juicing and putting the good stuff in to help cure him, but her message is that she was sitting in the hospital room. And she said that she was in this place of like turning up to God. She's very much a Christian woman. It's about, her faith is in God. And she said she turned her eyes upward and she said that she looked at God and she said for a moment she thought, Why me? Why us? Why my family? And the answer that she got was, why not? And I've used that message a lot. And when things happen, they don't happen to me, I say they happen through me. So when something bad is happening, I am realizing when I say, why me? Why not me? Why not me? And in situations where you think you've been through hell, right? Why not me? You're like, how would you, why not me? Because maybe I'm the one that can handle it. Maybe that is my journey. Maybe even those things that we think are meant to kill us are meant to save us. The people, I say religion is to keep you from going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been through it and want to help others not go there, not, help others get through it, right? So, um, look at the why not me, because maybe you have maybe somebody else couldn't have gotten through it. Maybe somebody, this was your lesson. This was your way to be stronger than you ever in a million trillion quadruple trillion years thought you could, because what you think was like the worst thing that could ever happen, maybe the thing that might have broken you is the thing that you can now handle with ease because you went through that thing that you thought was going to destroy you. Maybe you went through that thing that you thought was going to destroy you and you saved somebody else, and you saved somebody else's life because you took it and they didn't have to. So don't ever look and say, why me? Look up and say, why not me? Why not me? Right? Why not me? Help me. And I did that. And that's what I did yesterday. I told you I looked up and I was like, if you want me to do this, if this is my path, if this is what I am meant to do, if this is the relationship I'm meant to be in, this is the friendship I'm meant to have, if this is this, if this is that, if, help me. Guide me, give me strength, and show me the path. And I promise you, if you ask for that help, you get it. I got it. Look at me today. On that note, thank y'all for being here this morning and listening to my craziness or whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm trying to humble whatever. I hope that someone heard something today they were supposed to hear. I always feel like when I'm drawn to go live, that's the case. Be on the lookout next week for all kinds of new stuff. I will be back tomorrow morning for Sunday sermon. I'm anxious to see what's going to come up because I don't know yet. I went live today, but this was just supposed to be like, hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm better. But who knows what's going to come up, right? I love y'all, and I hope you have a blessed day. Like I said, go out, be blessed, be beautiful, be light, be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. Choose kindness. Choose to do the best you can do today, no matter what that is, right? If you choose to give what you've got today, give what you're able to today, even if it's a little bit, maybe like she's like, maybe it's just getting up today. Maybe there's no shower in your future today, but you just get up today. It's the best you got. Then that's perfect. That's all you need to give. But, do what you can today. Give yourself grace. Know that all is well. Give yourself the ability to rest and recuperate and fill your cup if you need to. And know that we are going to stay elevated and we are going to believe in some peace, love, and feast. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning with Sunday sermon. Have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later.